Well, good morning. Tom here. Beautiful day here in Colorado. We parked at some kind of park here. A bunch of RVs parked here. Some have left. I think we're going to stay here X amount of days. Really nice and quiet. It's a place where no one parks. You get the place to yourself. It's really great. Every morning here, it's blue skies in Colorado, and then if you get any rain, it'll come in, and sometimes it'll come in hard and fast at night. But I love the weather here. So anyway, I want to get right to it. Uh, Today I want to do a video on how to build an internet or online business. Now, lots of people get involved with home businesses, and they take the approach of putting out an ad, telling a few people. They don't stick with it, majority of people, and consequently they fail, don't get anywhere. If you apply yourself and stick with it in an online business, you will be successful. At any rate, let me get right to the crux of what I want to tell you about today. I'm going to go through 4 steps. Step 1 in becoming successful in an internet business. Anytime you build something, you need to have a good foundation. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is your foundation. Well, why are you deciding to have a home business? I mean, be specific. Is it because you want some extra income? Is it because your life just really rots and you want to make something different? But if you would become successful in online business, well, what would you do with that money? This is an important thing. Any business, any online business, you're going to have ups and downs. And you probably in the beginning have more downs than ups. You're going to be learning a new career, a new profession. So your why is very important. I mean, if you were going to decide to do whatever in your life, the motivation, the drive, your desire of why is what's going to make you stick to it and become successful. I mean, I've seen stats on different things on how to become an expert on anything, and it would say something like you had to do it 10,000 times. Maybe it's 100,000, I don't know, but a real lot. It's like Tom Edison, making the light bulb. He just kept at it. He had a vision of what he felt could be done, and so he kept after it, and I guess it was 2,000 tries, and he finally got it right. Well, identify what your why is. I mean, is it like me? I wanted to desperately get out of my job. I wanted to not be going to work. And like today's Monday morning, I'm walking around in beautiful 80 degrees blue sky. Buy an RV, which I just walked away from. It's parked over there. Travel around and see the sights, And my dreams get more specific and larger as I go. So at any rate, the first thing in building your foundation is your why. I mean, people decide to have a home business, and they decide the most important thing is how. And that might be why you came here, and I'm going to get into some how. But the important thing, the biggest thing is your why, so that you'll be here next month and next year. I mean, some people get success quickly, some not as quickly. But if you just keep after it, you will be successful. I mean, it's all about you. You got to understand that people are going to buy you. And I'm going to get into that in a few more minutes. So the next thing Step two would be aspiration. In other words, there has to be somebody that has inspired you. Someone that's inspired you, and their story is like what you want, okay? And that you see the potential. Like I've got this friend online that made $1.4 million in 20 months from zero. He was in desperate straits, okay? And so he's a mentor, my mentor, and I'm following and listening to him because he has the results I want. Well, that's an inspiration. And I've got a lot of friends with a lot of inspiring stories. Well, those kind of inspiring stories are really like what gets you going fast down the runway. You know, a plane can be on the right destination and it can have the fuel and everything it needs to, lift off. But what is it? It's the speed that it picks up that makes it so it's able to get up in the air and really go somewhere. Well, what has inspired you? That's the difference of what helps you take off. I mean, there'll be questions that come into your mind. Can I really do this? Is this really possible? You can have friends, family, whoever, naysayers, oh, you can't do this, you don't want to waste your time, blah, blah, blah. Well, you got to work through that. That's part of your downs. And so if you have inspiring stories, then that will get you the kind of speed within yourself to take off. So you notice the first two things I've really identified are things within yourself, okay, to become successful in online business. I'm going to go across the road here, got open land, it's sort of nice. So the next thing I want to identify is one more about yourself. Leadership. Take responsibility for your life. You have to be the leader of your life. If you self-discipline, self-initiative, you take that kind of responsibility, then you start leading your own life, creating your life. And that's what you need to do. Not wait for certain circumstances, not wait for whatever the big things that come down the pike that's going to straighten out your life. Make a decision. Make firm decisions. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going after it. Okay? So, lead your own life. And when people see you leading your own life, then they're going to have faith in you, trust in you, and you'll be able to lead those people. And more when people see somebody living a life or having something that they want, they're going to follow you, and they'll decide that you're someone good to follow, that you're a leader, the leader that they've been looking for. And once that's happening, you can lead a business, because that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be managing your own business. So leadership is another key thing. Stepping out, taking initiative, not blaming so-and-so because he didn't tell you whatever. You can learn whatever on the internet from your company, but if you get stuck, if you end up quitting, it's on you. Online business is an open field, and people are becoming more and more successful. People are looking to do this and be successful. That's why you're listening to this video. And so take responsibility and become a leader. Now the fourth thing starts getting a bit into the how-tos. In other words, you decided to get involved with an online business, XYZ company, and I assume you've picked a good one, one that perhaps deals with informational products. That's a good way to go. I'm going to sit down here. I walked around that parking lot already. And so, what's the first thing you do? Well, people want to know how to do this and how to do that. And quite honestly, they bog down their opportunity to become successful by stupid stuff. I mean, how do you email this, or how do you put a picture on this, or how do you blog, or whatever. There'll be a constant amount of things you'll be learning along the way in an online business. But the important thing is, if you get involved with an online business, every day, starting in your first hour, you need to be working on income producing activity. Okay? Promotional things for your business. Immediately, you want to get into a promotional action. Okay? I mean, if somebody doesn't know you have a sub shop, and that's an example I use a lot, down the street, then they're not going to show up unless they just happen across the sign out front or seeing the store. And so you put out an ad, you let people know, you have a sign out front, you start going in promotional mode. That's just common sense business. And so when you start an online business, don't wait to figure this out or that out. I mean, for instance, I got involved with an online business, and my first year, part of the business was the ability to put out a blog. But you don't have to do that. I just did marketing the first year. But after a year, I decided, well, I'm going to learn about blogging. So I put out a blog. Now, some of the content was good, but I didn't really understand the idea of the keyword. And the SEO ranking was like 4%. I mean, it was pitiful. Okay? But I started it. And it became part of my many places to get traffic from. And over the time, I've learned things along the way because I kept in action. And now I've had up to like a 97, 98 SEO ranking. You know, real good. But the main thing here is that you got to get into action immediately, and every day the biggest part of what you do needs to be promotional activity for your business, income producing activity. Successful people immediately get moving, and then you're always adjusting. You got to understand that this business is changing every day. Sometimes it drives me nuts, but usually it's changing for the good. And so successful people don't ever say to themselves that they've arrived. They get to the place where they're always learning, always wanting to learn. They're always seeing where someone is more successful than themselves, and they're learning from those people, associating with them, just getting up to a higher level of relationship all the time. And so if you want to be successful, every single day you're going to be learning more, and you're going to be making adjustments. And so I've learned, I've had wells that were real good with traffic, and then they dry up, and then you're starting to look for the next place, and, you know, and that's what it's all about. You got to understand that here's a key to why a lot of people fail. A lot of people fail because they want to know the answers first. Before they step out, they want to know what's going to be 10 steps down the road. Well, that might change. And the biggest thing is to get into motion. And so a lot of failures really don't get into motion. They're not focusing on income producing activity, and it just slows them down big time. And another thing that really becomes a problem for a lot of people is they get immobilized by new things. And once again, I got to tell you that in this business, there's always going to be a new thing. And if you want to market the way that marketing was done 20 years ago, maybe you'll have some success, but you're not going to have the success you want. You've got to be watching and following the leaders and seeing what's working for today. And I'll give you a tip of that. You know, in a lot of businesses in the past, there would be home meetings and there would be uh, three-way calls and getting all this stuff. It's not even coming to me, but it's become obsolete now. Phone calling and telemarketing and all that kind of stuff. Now, what's really working now in the industry is people have tuned that stuff out. In other words, they're getting presented an opportunity. I probably have 10, 15 opportunities presented to me every day. And so, hey, you need to buy this product. It's the best thing going. Well, you can hear that from everybody. And so it gets back to one of the things I was saying to you earlier. The market has become relational. So you have to develop a relationship and people trust in you, and then they buy you more than the product. Okay? And then they follow you, and that's get back to the leadership I already talked to you about. And so you need to develop relationship, so that you're going to have a successful internet marketing business. That's how it's really coming about now. And I don't know what else to say about that. I think I said it real good. People are buying you, and once they trust in you and you have a genuine relationship going, they're going to listen to your recommendations. They're going to follow you. And so that's a huge key in today's market right now is relational marketing. And that's the way to become successful on an internet business and an online business. Now, my videos have been going longer than I've wanted. It seems like they go 15, 20 minutes, and I'm scared to see that I might have done that already now. Now, there's other aspects that would go hand in hand with this, and you see that in some of my other how-to videos I've made. How to explode your income, how to find the right home business, secrets to getting great results. If you go to my YouTube page, Get the Freedom Dream, you'll see a lot of these YouTube videos I've been putting out, and they can be real helpful to you. And then, of course, I would encourage you can see what I'm doing online by going to getthefreedomdream.net. So anyway, that's it for today. Trying to make videos on a regular basis that help people get through some of the hardships I did quicker by learning what I've learned to become successful in online business. So I'm going to get back in my RV because probably post this video. It's getting warmer, but you can see how gorgeous it is out. And I got a lot of open field here behind me and whatnot. It's a beautiful day. You enjoy it. Hope to get relational with you here in the near future. We have what you need to go from where you are to where you want to be. And so that's why I'm making this video. I like to share it with people. You have a great day.